Tyre and Zidon represent them Africans, all right? Because you had Africans, the real Africans, which you so-called Negroes are not Africans, all right? All right. But you are the children of Israel, the real Africans, which are Hamites, all right, is represented right here as Tyre and Sidon, and all the coast of Palestine. Palestine, who dwells in Palestine today? Them fake Arabs, man. So it's representing you Arabs, man. All right. Will ye render me a recompense? Why? Because how you gonna pay back the Lord? Because they had a part. They was major players in the Atlantic slave trade. And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried it into your temples, my goodly pleasant things. Alright? And they did that. The children also of Judah, alright, and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. What? The border, the land of Israel. Alright? We're not in our land. Alright? And who's the Grecians? Alright, let's get Amos. I have to come back to this. But yeah, let me open up another one. Close this out, come back to it. Alright, Amos 1 and 6. Alright. It says, thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Gaza, alright, which Gaza, when you look that up, is alluding to Palestine, which them Arabs dwell in Gaza. Alright, so it's talking about the judgment on you so-called Arabs, which are the children of Ishmael. And for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof. So you gonna be punished, man. Alright, y'all gonna go into slavery, man. And you gonna serve hardcore slavery for what you did to the so-called Negros, man. Alright? Latinos and Native Americans. Therefore, because they carried away captive the whole captivity. Alright? The whole captivity, and delivered them up to Edom. Alright? And who is Edom? Edom is you so-called white people. Alright? Alright? Which when it made reference to the Grecians, I think it was this one. Yeah. It says, the children also of Judah and Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians. The Grecians right there is talking about you Edomites, alright? Because they carried away captive the whole captivity to deliver them up to Edom. But I will send a fire on the wall of Gaza, which shall devour the palaces thereof. That's right, the land of Israel, alright? And the Gaza Strip, alright, which is in that area, alright? It's gonna get set ablaze when World War III pop off, man. Alright, and I will cut off the inhabitants of Ashdod. Alright, talking about you fake Jewish people. Alright, because you're not the people of the Lord. You didn't suffer these things. Alright, so the Lord's gonna blast y'all out that land. And him that holdeth the scepter at Ashkelon, and I will turn my hand against Ekron, and the remnant of the Philistines shall perish, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, alright, which are you Africans, alright, same thing as Tyre, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom, to the Edomites, you so-called white people. So it wasn't Africans selling Africans, no, it was 2 different sets of dark-skinned people. Alright, you had Arabs, alright, children of Ishmael, alright, rounding up you so-called Negroes and selling them to the Edomites, you so-called white people. You had Hamites, which are you so-called Africans, you real Africans, rounding up Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, alright, the so-called Negroes that came over here on slave ships. You was rounding them up and giving them up to Edom, alright, which is the so-called white man. And remember not the brotherly covenant, talking about you so-called white people. You broke the brotherly covenant, alright? Because Edom, alright, which is you so-called white people, alright, and the children of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, are brothers, All right, but when you had took us into captivity, you remember not the brotherly covenant. All right, so you broke it. But I will send a fire on the wall of Tyrus, which shall devour the palaces thereof. So you Africans are gonna get fucked up too, man. All right. And if somebody get upset with my language, to hell with you, man. All right. To hell with you. All right. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword. All right, and his brother is the children of Israel. Right. Let me get that real quick. I'm gonna have to come back. It's locked. All right, the proof of that, children of Israel is his brother. All right, Ezekiel 35 and 3. Ezekiel 35 and 3, it says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord God, behold, O Mount Seir, which the Edomites dwelt in Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, which we're going to prove that in this article, man. He had a perpetual hatred, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel. Talking about you shedding the blood of the so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans. Now, I'm going to prove it too. By the force of the sword in their time of their calamity. Meaning when, alright, the time that I'm reading in this article, when they went under slavery, under your hand. And in the time that their iniquity had an end, when you so-called released us from slavery, still putting us to death by the sword. Alright. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Said if thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Alright? So you gonna have to pay for that bloodshed, man. Damn devil. Alright? Let's go back. So your brother was the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Amos 1:11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity. And I'm going to show that with the this article. And his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Alright? But I will send a fire upon Teman, and shall devour the palaces of Bozrah. So America's going to be destroyed, because America is also known as Bozrah. Alright, and y'all gonna get obliterated with missiles, alright, for what you did to the nation of Israel. Alright, so back to Joel. Alright, Joel 3 and 6. The children also of Judah and Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, which the Grecians are the Edomites, that ye might remove them far from their border, the land of Israel. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where thou hast sold them. Alright. And what's that place? That place is America. Alright? Prove that. Alright, Hosea chapter 1 verse 9. It says, alright, Hosea 1 and 9 says, then say God, call his name Lo Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your power. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place, America, where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. Alright? And that's America, man. Alright, that's America. It says, then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together, and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. Alright, which means the Lord planteth. Alright, or he's sown of the Most High. right? When the Lord takes us and put us back in the land of Israel, all right? But that place is talking about America, all right? So back to Joel 3:7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. All right? What's that? You going into slavery. All right, what's that? All right, Revelations 13:10. It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and faith of the saints. All right, and who's the saints? Just for edification. Psalms 148:13. It says, let them praise the name, singular, the name of the Lord, which his name is Yahweh, for his name alone is excellent. His glory is above the earth and heaven. He also exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints. Even the children of Israel, a people near unto him, praise ye the Lord. All right. So that's what we waiting for. The Lord gonna pay back our enemies. All right. So it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and faith of the saints. All right. So that's the Lord's gonna recompense you. It says, Joel 3:7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head, which is captivity and getting slaved with the sword. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken. All right. So this is making mention of the Atlantic slave trade, which is in the scriptures. All right. So this is Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt, right, the house of bondage, slavery, again with ships. All right. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more. Again, our land, talking about the land of Israel. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. All right. Now, who are our enemies? Chapter 5, verse 8. I think it's 5 and 8. It's 5 and 8. Yeah. Oh no, it's 5 and 9. It's like it. Alright. Nehemiah 5 and 9. It says, also I said, it is not good that ye do, ought ye not to walk in the fear of our God, because of the reproach of the heathen, our enemies. So our enemies are the other nations. But for further edification, alright, we're going to show who our enemies are. Psalms 83. Alright, Psalms 83 and 1. It says, Keep not thou silent, O God, and hold not thy peace. Be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee lift up their head. Talking about the nations. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thine hidden ones. Alright, talking about the nation of Israel. These other nations have taken crafty counsel against you. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, because they want to destroy us. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are a confederacy against thee. Alright, the tabernacles of Edom. Alright, so the so-called white man, he's the head one. And the Ishmaelites, which we prove that they had a hand in the slave trade, according to the scriptures, of Moab, the so-called Chinese, the Hagarenes, of Gabal, and Ammon, so-called Japanese, of Amalek, which are you fake Jewish people. Alright, it's record that you funded the Atlantic slave trade, which Jake, the so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans, was shipped all over the world through that. You're going to have to pay for that. And the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, which we prove they had a part in it, them Africans. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Alright, Selah. So those are our enemies. We were sold unto them. Alright, so it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold